Hey, we're here with John Clare from Funeral Tech. Just wanted to touch base with him and see how things are going. Hey, John, how's it going?
Very good, Mike. Just back from a long weekend. Lots of stuff on the go. Pretty,
Very good. That was Shelby Young's wedding, I understand. Is that correct?
yeah, absolutely. Great time. A lot of the funeral tech crew was there. Good to see
Cool.
everybody not in the work environment. So a
Nice.
little bit
Awesome.
of party mode.
Right on, right on. Listen, what I thought we'd talk a little bit about today is the future of funeral management software. I mean, there's a lot of funeral homes looking at even still looking at purchasing different software, and I'd like to hear what your thoughts are. Where the future of it's going, and um, where is Funeral Tech helping funeral homes go? So, with that in mind, where do you see in the next 3 to 5 years management software being?
All right, so I have a different vision than a lot of the industry right now on where I see funeral management software going. I see funeral management software as more of a collaborative arrangement tool than what it is today, where it's just a complete arrangement done in the funeral home. I see the future being um, where the funeral home can actually allow the family's tools to plan the funeral either at home, in the hospital, in the nursing home, have their family members from overseas or that are not able to make it to the arrangement also collaborate on that arrangement by logging into a system and helping make some of the decisions that some of the other family members have already made in the arrangement room. And the reason I say that is we really look at a lot of the data here at Funeral Tech. Some of the things that are really important to us are, what are families saying? What is the end, I guess we could call it consumer saying here. So, 30% of the community is already looking for tools to plan online. If we look at it, we have 49% of the families are already considering different funeral homes. Why is that? It may be because you don't have the right tools on your online presence to show this family particularly that they should come to your firm. And we know that only 50% of funeral homes are actually leveraging technology to help grow their business. So the way I see funeral planning in the future is a couple prong approach. Really is obviously still the traditional way that we do it today. It's allowing the family to actually make the full arrangement from their home, like I talked about with online tools where they can actually go in and fill out all of their information as well as going in and selecting products. And the third piece I think is the what I touched on, which I think is going to be really big in the future, is really the collaborative arrangement where I make some of my decisions actually at the funeral home, and then I may go back in from from the comfort of my own home on my couch, log in through an iPad, and start making some more decisions there. But one of the reasons I really think that's important is because when we looked at what families were saying about the arrangement process, one of the overwhelming responses from the families to the funeral home was, I didn't know you offered that. I really would have liked to get something like that, but I didn't know you offered it. So when you take that, you realize, well, why are families saying this? Well, families are saying this because they've got a lot of decisions to make in a very short amount of time, in a very stressful time. They're really not in the right mindset to be making all those decisions. You've got so many variables. How did the person pass away? It could be very tragic. You've got cost issues with it. There's so many different variables that come into play here. So by allowing the families the ability to come in and really personalize that product, and I'm not necessarily saying let's let them pick the services, let's let them pick the caskets, for example, from home. But where we've really seen a huge increase in some of the products that we've been offering, a huge increase in our funeral homes, uptake, family satisfaction, as well as revenue, is by allowing them to select more of the personalization options, the F&B options, all those options that they don't necessarily take the time. And sometimes the funeral homes and funeral directors just don't have the time to go over absolutely every option with them there from A to Z. So I see that being huge in the future. I also see a different way of arranging. So essentially allowing each and every firm to create the arrangement that they want. So today we see a lot of systems out there that are really generic, and the planning is done from a very rigorous set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whereas what we've been experiencing lately is that a lot of funeral homes would love to be able to plan the way they want to plan. So I want to have, this is my first step, this is my second step, this is my third step. So maybe I want them to pick product first, then I want to get into the data entry and the admin side of things. So where I think funeral tech is really excelling is with the new funeral planner that's really allowing them to customize the way they want to go out to the public with their arrangements. I don't think one size necessarily fits all. I think each market is different, and I think each funeral home with their core values and the way that they want to portray themselves to the public is different. And they should have that ability to do that through the arrangement process. I think one of the big pieces of the funeral planner is just that, allowing them to have multiple arrangement forms as well. So they don't just necessarily have to have one stock arrangement. They can have a cremation arrangement. They can have a burial arrangement. They can have a veteran arrangement. Because at the end of the day, there's a relevant information in some of those different arrangements for a particular arrangement. So I don't want to be going over veteran information if this isn't a veteran right here.
Mm-hmm. Well, that sounds very interesting. So basically what you're doing is you're creating a customized funeral arrangement software. The funeral industry has been, or profession, I guess, has been really pleading for this for a very long time. And it sounds like funeral tech is going to have the answer. When do you anticipate release of the software?
It's in beta already with multiple clients, so we will be doing a launch to the market at large for the October at FDA show.
Oh, nice. So not that far away, and everything is in beta already. That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Do you have a price point already, or what are you thinking?
The pricing hasn't really been structured yet. There's a few variables that we need to consider here. But just to go back to your previous point about the market looking for this software, we really let the market drive the product here. So we obviously are a management software company with BIMS as our flagship product, or Easy Arranger, if you will. But the new family arranger that we'll be releasing in October, it's a game changer. It really is. It has been driven by our clients. Our clients have really told us how they want to do things. And at the end of the day, what ended up coming out of all this story was that there's not really two funeral homes that want to plan the same way. So what we decided to do was we built a fully customized system that they can actually plan, create whatever steps they want, whatever flow they want, whatever inputs they want. And that can all be done online as well as in the back end of the system. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. I'm pretty excited for this to go out to the market.
Well, I know when I did a little bit of my talking and conversation with one funeral director, Scott Davidson of Hendred Funeral Home in Lakefield, Ontario, his comment when I talked to him a little bit about the idea of the future, he was saying that the future is already here. He gets one request per month from a family to be able to do arrangements online without the director. So I think funeral tech is definitely going in the right direction, and you definitely have a good path.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, like, just to even go and touch on, you asked, do we have a pricing structure yet? This system is so big, and there's so many aspects to it that the pricing is going to be, obviously we'll have an out-of-the-box solution where you can go and customize it yourself. But if you'd like, which is very user-friendly, we spent a lot of time on the usability of the software, so it's very easy for you to do yourself. However, if you would like, somebody else to take it over and you just send them essentially, a Word document of how you want the arrangement to go, we can take that over. I think right now the internal the struggle is just how much time is that going to take, because it is so customized. And as we know, management software can be very detailed. So because it is so customized, are we going to bill out, a one-time fee to set it up for the customer, or how are we going to do that? So that's really what we're trying to figure out with some of the clients that are in beta right now. Nice.
And you just mentioned about setup. Is the idea with web-based that it's going to be platform dependent, or what's your thoughts there?
Platform dependent as
Mac, PC, and then from there browser related.
Yeah, no, it should be compatible with any platform and any browser, any tablet and any phone as well.
Nice. Yeah. So, that's awesome. So what about other things that funeral tech does? I mean, obviously we focused heavily on the web-based system, and you've talked a little bit about MIMS, your flagship product. What other products and services do you have to offer?
I really think the best product and service we have to offer is the funeral planner. So the funeral planner is actually what drove the web-based software. Basically, the the families and the funeral homes have spoken, and they said they wanted to have a more elaborate arrangement tool than just a few fields to input some data on a website. So basically what we did was we created the funeral planner, which is a full arrangement system online. And what came out of that was, well, let's tie in contracts, let's tie in a whole finance section, let's tie in all the documents that need to be created, let's tie in the stationery to all that. Let's tie everything from A to Z in there, so there's only one system for absolutely everything that you need. So very, very happy about what we've seen so far from the funeral planner. You know, we can talk about some of the results that we've seen in some of the case studies if we want. We've had it piloted for, you know, roughly a year now. And some of the things that we've seen is obviously an increase in the first call conversion. You know, the families that just give you a call, they want to go ahead and ask you for your pricing, you know, what's this going to cost? What's that going to cost? So what we've done is we've been able to actually direct those families to the website to start filling out the information, start making some selections. What we found through that is, to use a poker term, they feel a little bit pot committed. So they've already put some information in there. They see that you're fully transparent. You're not hiding anything right now. So what happens with that is that they actually do decide to move forward with your firm. So that's massive. Increasing your first call conversion, especially in competitive markets, is huge. That's not even just with the people that are calling into your funeral home, but it's also the people that are actually on your website that don't have tools. So they might not even call your funeral home if you don't have those tools available to them. We've seen an increase in the average revenue per funeral, which translates into a more profitable funeral. You know, some of the biggest pieces, like I talked about, are more the personalization pieces. So we've seen an average flower sale increase of more than $40, 20% increase in, you know, the memories and tributes, or your stationery, your videos. We've actually seen the vehicle purchases increase by more than double. Catering revenues have increased. And at the end of the day, overall family satisfaction has gone up too. So you really can't quantify that.
Wow. Well, with all that being said, John, obviously this is available to new customers as well as existing customers. How do they get a hold of you to get some more information?
We will be launching a new website in the next couple of weeks that will have all the new products and services on there. We haven't really updated the old website. We just put a lot of focus onto the new one with the new products that will be released here. So just give us a call at Funeral Tech, so 1-800-480-6467, or get on our website, just send us a quick email, drop us a line on the contact form, and we'll have somebody get in touch with you immediately.
Nice. Well, John, I appreciate your time this afternoon and going through your questions and answers. I appreciate that, and wish you all the best and luck.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Mike. It was great to talk to you.